92Q, Nashville's R&B and throwbacks. It is local love time, baby. It is Friday.
Yay!
Yes, indeed. And Sissy Brown, who do we have in our studio?
Okay, so I've been
time?
waiting for this interview. I've been so excited to talk to this person. She is running for Tennessee's 7th Congressional District. Odessa Kelly is in the studio. What's up?
What's up, good people? Happy Friday.
Man, happy Friday to you. And I saw you at the 3-star dinner, and you gave the speech. I knew who you were previously, but I hadn't heard you speak and talk about what you believe in everything, and I am a fan. I'm just gonna let you know.
It was like watching Barack Obama up on
We
that
were
stage.
like-
All the energy.
We're watching something special.
It was great. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a Nashville native, born and raised.
Where'd you graduate?
Stratford High School. I'm from out east.
Okay.
That's how you know
Nashville
she's from
when it
here.
was
She
the
said
hood.
out east.
That's right.
That's right. So, guys, stick around. We speak with Odessa next. She's going to break down what she believes in, tell you a little bit about her candidacy, and a whole lot more right here. It's the Kenny Smooth Morning Show, Local Love.
All right, part one. All right, part two, full interview goes down in 3, 2, 1.
92Q, Nashville's R&B and throwbacks. We up in here with an East Nashville native, baby.
That's right.
Stratford High School graduate. Tell them who we got, sis.
Odessa Kelly. She's running for the Tennessee's 7th Congressional District, and she is in the studio with us. Thank you for joining us.
I'm so glad to be here.
I just want to know, what made you decide to run for Congress? You're from here. I mean, I know, you're from out east. You are a diehard Nashvilleian. What made you decide to do this for Tennessee?
I love my community.
Period.
Seriously, that's what it comes back to. I worked for Metro Parks. I was a civil employee for close to 14 years. And, when you're in the community centers, I was at Napier Community Center and I became a manager. Yeah, I know what Napier is. I'm on the front lines of poverty. It's just like growing up in my community, in East Nashville, except I'm getting to see it through an adult lens, and all the poverty that is there, the concentrated poverty, seeing people struggle day by day, even though they're going to work, seeing public policies and how they're actually intended to, put our children in jail, and just make life harder instead of making it easier. That's what drove me into really getting into advocacy work. And that's how we started Stand Up Nashville. All the issues that we were having were going to stay cyclical if we didn't address it from an economic basis.
So what would being in the congressional seat do for everything that you just discussed?
Well, that's where a lot of our issues are. Being at Stand Up Nashville and doing advocacy work for the past 7 years, I had the ability to truly learn how public policy works and how a lot of it is intentionally meant to work against us. And when I say us, especially black people, brown people, working class people. In this city of Nashville right now, if you're making less than $80,000, you check to check. I don't care what you think about yourself. You honestly are check to check, And we're sitting here today, and we just had a conversation about gas.
Wow.
Inflation is real.
Yeah.
I had to get a master's degree to get into middle management. And I love the job I was in Parks and Recreation. I could have retired that. I was good. Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, flag football. I was good at, creating recreational services for our seniors and for our young people and doing those things, right?
Right.
But if I stayed at this job that I just accumulated $70,000 of college debt, I might top out at $58K in 20 years. Y'all know how Nashville been growing for the last, but that's just the reality of it. Y'all know how fast Nashville's been growing. I can't afford a home in the community I grew up in.
Wow.
That's not okay. And there are a lot of public policies that are in place that make that a reality for so many people.
So going in and affecting policy is your driving force.
Absolutely. When I first decided to run in April of last year, of course, housing is a huge issue. Me being able to travel across the country, everybody has the same issues we got going on here.
Yep.
Only thing that you change is the name of the city.
Yep.
We started traveling to rural places. Same situations going on. People got stressed, they got debt, and they just want more money in their pocket so they can have the resources to do the things they want to do. Yet it seems like we elect people and put them in positions to do those things, and that's not the impact that we're having or what we're seeing. And I think what we've been doing here for the last 7 years, we've built the the Metro Council that we want.
Right.
They're progressive. They have a dominant narrative of what we have expect to see and how we want a city to grow. I believe we'll eventually get the mayor that Nashville deserves, one that's also progressive and going to move the city forward and not just be pro-business, but be pro-people as well.
Right.
You know, and I think where we have the biggest opportunity is at the federal level. Do y'all remember in 2020 when we finally got the CARES Act passed? You know, it was me and several other activists out here fighting harder than a lot of, not all, but a lot of elected officials to get that money directly into the hands of people. How would be working at the community center, you know, trying to run a nonprofit and fighting harder than the elected officials to do their job?
Right.
That's not okay. And where we need the biggest impact, because our democracy is at a precipice, and that is not good, especially for black folks. You know, is why I decided to run for U.S. Congress.
So in there, running for Congress, what are some of the things as far as, I know the affordable housing is really important, and not being able to live in your own neighborhood, as far as gentrification and things like that, and the different districts and all of that. Do you have anything to do with that? Is there any say-so in the Congress with that? Because that makes a difference too, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, so gentrification is economics, it's, you know, sustainability. That is about who has more, you know, who has the money, you know, to be able to develop and create sustainable communities, you know, and or be able to buy market rate housing. Here, you know, here in Nashville is ridiculous. I think the average cost of rent of a single bedroom is teetering, yeah, what? $1,500 You know, that's insane. You know, we say that you're cost burden if over 30% of your income is going toward housing. That is the reality of majority of working class people, and that's not okay.
Working poor.
Yeah, how are you going to be able to save and put money away? And those are the things that add to gentrification. You know, the wealth gap is real due to slavery and how the majority of our people ended up over here. We've been fighting this for 400 years. You know, and jumping that gap, that is going to take a lot of intentional policy to make sure that we can get the equity that we deserve. And that's why I'm running for the seat. After they gerrymandered the districts, if I don't win, the representative will be Republican Mark Green. This man is a racist. This man cares nothing about, he doesn't care about anything except making money off of holding a congressional seat.
So it's you against him.
It's me against him.
Republican against Democrat.
Yes.
Yep.
Ugly versus pretty. I'm the pretty.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It is ugly versus pretty. So if you win this seat, what is a Odessa Kelly first 100 days as a congresswoman look like? What does that look like?
Learning.
Right.
You know, part of me running for this seat too is thinking, I'm like a lot of other activists. In the pandemic, around Thanksgiving, I was starting to feel the burnout. If you think about it, we had a bombing the Christmas before.
Yeah.
Then we had the tornado.
Tornadoes.
Then we had a flood and the pandemic.
All we needed then was the locust, and we'd have
We
been done.
did. The skaters came that year. It was all Exodus. Whole Exodus happened. You know, and George Floyd happened.
Right.
The world stood still, and that was the best opportunity for activists, whatever lane you're in, to like try to get the message or to sound the alarm for people who were listening.
Right.
So come Thanksgiving, I was thinking about all the things that, when I say we, not just Stand Up Nashville, you know, but Active Equity Alliance, you know, Gideon's Army, you know, even Black Nashville Assembly, Turk, all these groups out here are pushing hard, trying to help the people in whatever manner they can, right?
Right.
And we've done a lot of good work, but we've only moved a meter inches.
Yeah.
How do we measurably move it the way that we need it to move?
Yes.
And that's why I decided to run for the office. And I said, how can I become a better organizer for the masses?
Right.
You know, so my first 100 days is me being smart. How do I learn? I'm going to learn how this actually works. You know, I know the academic part of, and I've watched C-SPAN of how, I know the parliamentary rules of how Congress works. We got all know. It's not until you actually get on the job,
right?
Or, you know, and really learn, you know. And I think my strongest asset is being able to build relationships with other people. You know, I would love to sit down with, you know, Cori Bush and Jamal Bowman and Clyburn and several other people. Some of the OGs have been there forever.
Right.
Mama Waters.
And you still be
Like
willing?
some
Would you be
Maxine
willing to
Waters.
sit down with Marjorie Taylor Greene? And
No.
I ain't think so.
I'm a roaster in Lululemons.
Oh, Lord.
She gonna catch all these jokes. Ted. Y'all heard Ted Cruz?
Well, you got my vote.
Yeah. Yeah.
How can we support your campaign?
Well, thank you for asking that. There are 2 huge ways that you can support the campaign.
Okay.
Of course, donate. And I know it's hard for me to ask people for money because I've been in this work and I understand, but that's what it takes. And we have organizers, we have people out here knocking doors 24/7. In our community, it takes 5 to 6 touches to make sure that people understand the urgency of getting out. The other thing is volunteer. Please come out, knock doors with us, or make sure that you tell your neighbors. If you can hear my voice, if you live in North Nashville, all of it, any part of North Nashville, right? Because y'all know we draw maps weird.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Behind tears, you as well.
Yeah, we had a whole argument about that.
yeah. Because if North Nashville's north, then what is Rivergate? But anyway, but if you in Bordeaux, if you in North Nashville, if you in West Nashville, if you in the Nations, if you right here downtown, if you are west of Brick Church Pike, if you live above 440 in South Nashville, you got Edge Hill and the other side of South. Y'all know how all those areas.
that.
You are in the district. If you got cousins like mine, when they shut down Preston Taylor and moved out to Clarksville, call them too. Here's the game plan. We win Nashville. We win Clarksville, Montgomery County. This race is over. These racist Republicans, they gerrymandered the district and cut up Nashville purposely to silence the black vote.
Yep.
And I don't care what anyone tries to tell you, like Rovember, come on. They're trying to take rights away from women. But the only way
That's what
right.
it is.
But the only way they can do these things is to silence the black vote. The black people in the city are the most consistent voting bloc in Tennessee. And they know that. If anyone can just Google the new Tennessee congressional map, look at where all 3 intersect. They purposely chopped up every black community. They tried to chop up Memphis, but I don't care what the census says. It's a million black people in Memphis. You can't chop up Memphis.
You can't chop it up.
Nope. So that's how people can help. Please come knock doors with us. Phone bank. I can't be everywhere because it is now 14 counties, this district, and it goes from Kentucky to Alabama. But what you can do is tell everyone at your church, tell everyone in your Facebook and your IG and Twitter feed, make sure that you vote early, and if not, just take off work and make sure you vote on November 8th. But please make a plan to go vote October 19th through November 3rd in early voting. Because if we get everyone out to vote, we can win this race.
All right, guys, don't let them fool you and say you can't do it.
vote, child.
You can still get out there and make this happen. It would be the biggest upset in election
We need
history
it.
for the state, and it will happen. If you get out there and do your part, I promise you, we're going to be on them. We're going to be making sure they know to get out there and vote. We'll do what we can do as the horn for this city, and we appreciate you getting out there and stepping out on faith.
Man, absolutely. Thank you. I appreciate y'all.
You having a campaign party?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm coming.
That's all you tell her.
That's how I'm
It's gonna be
coming.
lit too. So
I already
Get ready for
know.
it.
I already know. Y'all, hey,
I'm gonna be security. I'm
You
gonna
gonna be
just
security?
walk around with her to make sure she's safe at all times. Me and Isaac.
All right.
come on.
shoot, it's over there.
It's going down, guys. Get out there, get your vote on. Tell them who we got, Sissy Brown.
Odessa Kelly running for the Tennessee 7th Congressional District. Vote on November 8th. Early vote October 19th through November 3rd. And vote for this woman right here.
Make
vote
it
for
happen.
yourself. No, this is a vote
Okay.
for you.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Vote for yourself through her. How about
For the
that?
republic for which it stands.
That's right.
But not the Republican.
But not no.
That's right.
It's local love right here on the Kitty Swoop Morning Show.